Hello everyone, it's a beautiful morning here in Daytona Beach, Florida. I just got this Cessna 172 G1000. It's not the model I trained, so I'm still trying to figure out some stuff. But anyway, we're not gonna really need to use the whole features of this aircraft because we're gonna be flying visual. The sun is about to rise, and we are going to fly here in the region. We're gonna show you some places I used to fly to. I used to fly over. I think you're gonna like it. And besides this new update on the flight simulator, they improved the physics somehow. Let's see how it's handling stalls, slow flights, steep turns, things like that. So we chose this Cessna 172 with this livery, which is not that great, but I see no big problem. Let's try to keep this closest to the real as we would in real life, alright? So, this is first not real thing. We just got rid of the yoke, but alright. I'm gonna put my beacon on anyways. No, sorry, not the beacon. I'm gonna put my battery on, alright? So, battery on. I'll put the alternator too. Here's the point in this new Cessnas. You have here the fuel control switch for the tanks, right? So you can choose both left, right, or both. And now it's in both, so good. Here is where you cut the fuel if you want to. No, it's not what we want, of course. But first, we're gonna do the exterior inspection of the Cessna 172. And for that matter, we're gonna put some lights on, like the beacon, the nav, even the strobes, and you could even put the lining lights and taxi lights too. Why not, right? So I'm gonna put my flaps down to the full position, which is 30 degrees. All right, you can see here. Good. And now we can go outside and do the exterior inspection per se. So let me see how I might gonna do this. I think I'm gonna do just using the zoom. It's easier. All right. So yeah, it's too dark to do much, but we'll check the lights at least. All right. There will be more things to check. Of course, you have to drain the fuel. You have to open here to see the oil. You have to climb here, open these, and see the fuel in the tanks, and see the movement of the things, you know, screws, if this is like not locked, things like this. Okay, so now of course this is a simulator, so obviously all the lights are working. I don't expect them to be burnt out in a simulator, all right, but they are all working. So now we get in the Cessna again. We can put the flaps up. Okay, let's pretend we're just gonna start from here. All right, we have already the engine panel here, so we can perfectly start with what we have of information here in the G1000. All right, so I'm just gonna put my taxi lane lights on and strop off. Sorry, not on, off, and we're gonna start the engine. So to start the engine, I'm gonna put mixture full reach, which is already, it shouldn't be, it should be like this when you enter the aircraft. So mixture full reach. Throttle, we could put a 1/4 inch inside. And now you look around to make sure that there is nobody around and you're not gonna hit anyone. You open your window here. This window doesn't open, but normally you would. And you go clear prop, and then you go start.
Daytona ground, Cessna Alpha Sierra
I was
X-ray
afraid that this
Golf
was going to
Sierra
happen.
Alpha requesting pushback.
No, I don't want to request pushback. Oh my.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray
I
Golf
should
Sierra
have
Alpha
told this guy to
pushback
not.
request accepted.
Except no, I don't want to pushback. So I stop. Stop. Done.
Daytona ground, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha requesting the end of pushback.
Good. Go ahead. Go away. Don't stay here. All right. So we started the engine. Yeah. All right. Whatever. I started the engine. I put the avionics on. So my ND is gonna come up. We don't really need the ND to fly, honestly, because we're gonna fly full visual. We have the chart, we can use the chart. The chart actually I would pick from Sky Vector, alright? So in the meantime, we have to get the 80s and all the stuff. We have the nav one here. We can take the 80s from well, I'll do the right way, okay? You could do technically here, of course, using this, and you come here and you go back to clearest and you go to Daytona 80s, and this would be the easy way of doing it, alright? But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to the chart. No, sorry, I'm not gonna go to chart because I'm too lazy for that. But here it says 132875 on the 80s, alright? So I'll go on the nav 2. Sorry, on the com 2. I'll go. Why is that moving? Sure, alright. You see, I'm still kind of lost with this G1000 stuff. It should be moving. I don't know why it's not. Whatever. Yeah, let's go the way they want us to. 80s. Oh, it's here.
Daytona Airport information, Quebec 1200 Zulu. Line 287 at 12.
Wind 287 at 12.
Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 4. Dew point
Wow, it's cold,
10.
eh?
Altimeter tree 0.09er. ILS runway 25 right and visual runway 25 left in use. Landing and departing runway 25 right and runway 25 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Quebec.
Alright, we have information Quebec 3009 on the altimeter. We got the wind is more like 12 knots. It's not that bad, but it's specifically from runway 25 because it's coming from 28 something. Alright, so press enter on that to start. We could leave these all like this so for you to see that I'm not lost, but I'm gonna put the map here anyway because this map is a nice map actually. Alright, so anyways, we got the altimeter correct. We will check if this is within the limits for the airport fuel elevation. You have to look at the chart to know what the fuel elevation here is. Here, if you go in the JIB 1000, you're gonna find that information too. Let me put 1000 RPM here. I forgot to do that. And we can, of course, lean the mixture a bit. Alright, so 009, 009, pretty much, yep, good, is matching. And we know that they're using runway 25 right, okay? So this is pretty much what we need to know. From now we just can start taxiing and go to the active runway, whatever it is. So we're gonna depart, let me see. Where do I take you first? Okay, I'll take you to DeLand. Yeah, to DeLand maybe? Yeah, why not? Let's go to DeLand. Alright, so DeLand, so is north or no, it's more like west. Alright, so we're gonna go
Daytona
west.
ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha request taxi for departure to the west with Quebec. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha taxi to and hold short of runway 25 right via taxiway Alpha cross runway 16 Echo. Contact tower on 120.7 when ready. Taxiing hold short runway 25 right via taxiway Alpha cross runway 16 Echo Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright, so we know how the taxi clearance is via Alpha. Honestly, I don't have the chart here. But we can get, no, we will not guess. We are professional pilots, right? So let me open the, Sky Vector here and get the chart correctly for Daytona VFR. Daytona Beach Airport diagram. Alright, so Alpha to 25 right. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out here how he wants me to get in there. Let me show you what I'm seeing. So we are parked here. Alright, he wants us to get to 25 right via Alpha. 25 right should be this one. But how am I gonna get there via Alpha? Alpha is this one. Yeah, that I think actually the names of the taxiways are a bit off. So I would say we go Whiskey Whiskey 3 Echo 3 and then we turn left here and then we go all the way there, or we can depart from Echo. And actually what we can do, and is a bit easier, we just go Whiskey all the way and take off from 2 and 5 right here. Alright, that makes more sense actually, because you know it's enough runway anyway. So if you run the performance, you're gonna see that from here to here is like, I don't know how many. It's been a while since I last used FAA charts. I don't remember where to find information, but I mean this is a pretty long runway. We just landed there. It's here. Do you remember? Oh, it says here, 3,000 meters, 10,500 feet. So yeah, it's gonna be easy beasy to depart from Whiskey. All right, that's what you're gonna do. Man, it's weird to think that once I used to fly in feet for land also. So that's what we're gonna do. We go Whiskey. We ask for departure clearance and take off straight out to DeLand, which is going to be here. This is gonna be my first stop. Very interesting winds there. 30089 gust 17. No problem. We're gonna land at runway 30, which is this one. We just follow the international speedway, and then we get there. Okay. All right. Let's go back. Alright, taxi lights on. And we move. Speed brake, parking brake released. That's released, right? Yeah, it's released. You see, like I said, we go to the right on Whiskey, and then we go all the way to the runway. It's beautiful morning in Florida, as usual. Cold and beautiful, 4 degrees Celsius here in Daytona Beach today. If you were wondering where are we going, well, you see. You know how much costs a new Cessna 172S? Like this model here? This model is a bit older, right? This is like 2019, 2020 maybe? I don't know. But to 2021, they don't have any vacuum pump anymore. These things have been removed, and they are all summarized in one only instrument, which is a Garmin something, whatever. And let me put some mixture here, otherwise this range is gonna break. The wind is coming from 287, so let me turn a bit onto the wind. The sun is coming up. And then from here we're gonna do our checks. Alright, so parking brake set again. Let me put this out. And we're gonna go for the checks here. Nobody's around. We can stop here. No jet blast, or in this case, no slipstream. Taxi light off. No, sorry, nav lights on. Taxi lights off. And so, first things first, we're gonna go to 700 RPM. RPM. We go here. You see, in the bottom, you can see our magnetos, right? So now it's in both. You're gonna test the left and then the right. When I go to left, I don't expect my RPM to drop more than 150. So now it's 170. There you go. 170. Come on, 170. Make it easy for me. Alright, 170, 170, whatever. Less than 100, 620, so we don't want to see anything below 550, alright? So left. 570 is within limits, perfectly within limits, both again. There you go, both within limits, beautiful. Now, I'm gonna go quit completely. Let's see what it does. It's not dying, it's maintaining this awkward 670, but it's maintaining. And now the full throttle, just to see what it gives me. 2430, 440. Nice. So we just tested our engine here, of course, in the Cessna 172. This one is fuel injected, so we don't have carburetor, so we don't have to worry about carb heat or anything. And the other thing is, of course, we're gonna test the flight controls. So we go left, and you see the movement of the surface, and you go right, and you go. I cannot see them back there. I'm gonna show you from outside, no problem. You're gonna go up, you're gonna go down, you're gonna test your rudder to the right, to the left, rudder to the right, and that's it. We are ready to fly. Beautiful. Beautiful morning here at Daytona Beach. Let's get ready for departure. So this is one of the main taxiways, and we hold short of runway 25, right? You can identify 25 right here via Alpha. That's where we are. And since the Cessna 172 is a high wing aircraft, you have to stop like this so you can see the final, and if there is no one arriving in the final, which is the case. And yeah, we can ask them. Let's see. There's I had a checklist. No checklist here for the Cessna 152, I believe. Let's see if this is the one. Yes. Normal checklist. Pre-flight before start. We already did all this. After start, text brief, brake steering, make compass to indicator, fuel selector, just transfer power. Okay, this is the before takeoff. Takeoff briefing complete, stream flap set, windows door closed, flight instruments checked, final visually clear, lights on, transponder out, mixture reach, and head indicator set, engine instrument checked. Okay, it's pretty simple. All right. I'm gonna go with we're gonna go flaps up. We didn't do the briefing, so I'm gonna do now. We're gonna go flaps up, departing runway 25 right from Daytona Beach. If we have an engine failure, while we still have runway to land at, we're just gonna try to land back on the runway. If you have an engine failure after 800 feet, we try to come back. Preferably, because of the wind, let me think, the wind is pushing us to the left. So preferably we can go to the left and land on runway 07 right, alright? Or somewhere close to it. We have to have a plan always, right? After you are at 1,000, 2,000 feet, then you are high enough to find a better spot. But this is our initial plan in case of an engine failure. This is a simulator. We shouldn't have an engine failure, of course, but I'm just doing it just for the sake of the exercise. Other than that, we'll take a look at everything. We know that our track's pretty much straight ahead and follow the highway to DeLand. And yeah, I think we got it all covered. Just gonna tell this guy that we are ready to go, or not. Yeah, he doesn't allow me to. I have to get closer to the running. All right, no problem. We'll get closer to the running. Alright, closer to the running we are. Takeoff clearance.
Daytona Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha at runway 25 right ready for departure west departure. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha altimeter tree 0.09er phoneme alphabet equals X Microsoft UPS PH equals WIHND wind/phoneme 287 at 12. West departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 25 right. Cleared for takeoff runway 25 right Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
So it makes some sense. So runway 25. There you go. So clear for takeoff. Transponder out. Is VFR ready? Out. Here. Cool. And what else? Maybe he would give us a transponder. What was me? It's been a while since I did it. Before takeoff checklist. Where is it? Trims, flaps, mix to reach, final lights. Yeah, lights, of course. And that's it. Yeah, okay. So, right. Landing lights on. And let's go. Final clear, identify right, identified. And stop zone, of course. Are you guys ready? Remember, rotate at about 55 and our VY is 74. Full power, the wind's coming from the right. Rotate. Pitch for VY. And we are flying. That's our gas velocity in here. Pitch for VY, man, don't leave it go too low. Here is Daytona. Where the Daytona 500 happens. It's a good place to land too if we need. What do you say?
Daytona Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha continue for west departure.
Okay, I was showing you guys things, so I didn't manage to speak correctly. Let's keep it at 75. So we climb out. So we can climb our initial altitude of 2,500, maybe it's fine. You don't need to go very high because DeLand is not that far. Here, if I'm not mistaken, is the I-4 that takes us to Orlando and Tampa. Okay, we are getting to 2,500. Reducing the engine. RPM. Pitch, power, and trim. Yeah, the air is not as calm as I would like at this time of the day because it's kind of windy today. But here we are. Beautiful day to fly in Florida. Beautiful.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Look at the runway we took off from. So you can see the wind is really, really strong. It's pushing us to south very strongly. And down here you can see the two highways we are supposed to follow. This is the I-4 to the left, and to the right is the International Speedway. So I'm more likely going to that one. Did you say something? I don't remember.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, did you hear my last transmission?
Nope.
Daytona Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha frequency change.
Now, because we are still in airspace charting, we have to talk to them.
Daytona approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is type Cessna Skyhawk 6 miles northwest of 7 Foxtrot Lima 6 2,600 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie
They land
airspace.
already.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha Daytona approach. Squawk 7401.
Of course, he would give me a squawk
Squawk
code.
7401 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha radar contact 6 miles northwest of 7 Foxtrot Lima 6 2,500 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain all navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright. So I click.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha contact Daytona approach on
All right.
125.35. Good day.
Thank you.
125.35 for Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright. We are pretty much leaving the airspace soon. Alright. I don't have if you are here in Daytona. I don't know how distance I am from Daytona, but 10 miles out of Daytona, we should be out of the Charlie airspace. And as I mentioned, you can see already DeLand. Alright. So we are going to land there. And to do so, we have to refer to the chart at DeLand. And DeLand says nothing really special. Every runway left base, so we're gonna go here to land at runway 30. Alright? So I'm just gonna put myself in a position to land at runway 30. Let me see how I'm gonna do it. Okay, we will fly over the field and we will join the left downwind for runway 30. Okay? But let's first confirm the wind there. So I go ATC. I go, yeah, the only option he gives me is Daytona approach. Whatever. Let's go to Daytona approach.
Daytona approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha 2,500 feet. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha Daytona approach altimeter 30.11 continuous planned.
Near airport list. Now we got DeLand here. We can go the automated weather.
Kilo Delta Echo Delta automated weather observation 1200 Zulu. Wind 297 at 14.
Yeah.
Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 4C dew point 10C altimeter 3011.
Alright. We got the weather for DeLand. We actually could land at runway 23, honestly, with this wind. It would be actually interesting. We can do it maybe. Because 290 is from here, alright? 290 is from here, the wind is coming. And if we land here, we're gonna have a bit of right crosswind. Of course, DeLand having so many runways, would be more civilized to land at runway 30 with headwind than doing this. But runway 23 is a Fraser runway in DeLand, if you will. So what we would do in real life, we would announce here DeLand traffic, Cessna, whatever, I don't know what Cessna, Skyhawk, whatever, I don't know, X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha. Request advisory. Nobody would say anything because it's too early, everybody's sleeping, so I would just report DeLand traffic, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha at 2,500 feet, 5 miles to the west. We'll join midfield left downwind runway 23. Done. So whoever is on the listening this frequency already knows where I am. And they know what I'm gonna do. And this is the point of communications in aviation, right? People have to know where you are and what are your intentions. So from now on, I'll squawk VFR. But it's here because we're not talking to Daytona anymore. And now you can see runway 30 and runway 23 is the one we are pretty much AB. The downwind is pretty much above the highway there, you can see. So there's like a noise abatement stuff here in DeLand. So just gonna get past a bit of the field, and then I'm gonna descend to 1,000, which is 1,100 actually, which is the pattern altitude for DeLand. And it's gonna be a nice crosswind exercise as well. It's been a while since I did this with a flight simulator. I promise to you though that we're going to do some stalls and slow flights. Yeah, I know. So why not? Let's do it. Where are we? We're not over anything much bigger, right? We have some. I know we have some neighborhoods. Okay, I-4 is there. So I'm just gonna turn toward I-4. We're gonna do some training here. This is not your usual place to do training, but take this as a poetic license. Alright. So first things first, we're gonna do is low flight. So let me reduce my power. 1500 is what we would use in the approach. So below 80, flaps full. And now I'm gonna start moving my throttle just to keep the speed above the stall. The new Cessnas, they have AOA indicator. Can you believe that?
Stall. Stall.
So there you go.
Stall. Stall. Stall.
So this maneuver is called a slow flight. It's one of the main maneuvers we do in the basic training for the private pilot license. Very slow turns in very gentle banks, because of course the more bank you have, the higher is going to be your stall speed, and you don't want to stall, especially in a turn.
Stall. Stall.
And it's super okay to fly with the horn, okay?
Stall.
All right, back to this heading.
Stall.
So let me go to south.
Stall. Stall. Stall.
And you see our altitude is 2,800, right? Consistently. Oops.
Stall.
Too much bank.
Stall. Stall.
Don't leave it. We even passed south. Alright, so next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna accelerate out of the slow flight condition. So I'm maintaining 2,800. So this is to show you that the aircraft can actually fly much slower than you thought it could. Okay, so flaps 20. Let's get rid of this drag. And flaps up. So next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna do stall dirty configuration, which is gonna be like simulating an install during approach. All right. So again, I'm gonna put my power back. I'm gonna put full flaps, pitch 470, which is gonna be like pretty much our approach speed. And now I'm gonna slowly putting my nose up to drain that speed. Until it's in fact stalls.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Yeah, it didn't really did very well. I'm doing it again. All right, we just recovered kind of weird. Is that the recovery was not that great. So I'll get the advantage that we are pretty much in the configuration speed we should. And remember, we don't use aileron. This happened just because any small movement here is exaggerated in the simulator. So but what you use though is the rudder.
Stall. 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 Stall.
This was awful, but it's been forever since we last practiced this. So let me recover the altitude because now we're getting low. Flaps are up. Let's see where we are. I think we are over the city, right? Yeah, this is not a good place to install. I'm trying to find myself here. I'm kind of lost. This is George, maybe? Lake George? Not really sure. We shouldn't be far away because we were just doing slow flight, so as the name suggests, we were going slow. Now we're facing west. Sure, DeLand is there, huh? I think so. Yeah, Daytona is there. So let's just go back to this. Yeah, DeLand is there. Yeah, this lake here, I think is that airport there is, I think, is Sanford or Nano. We're already getting close there. So let's keep going away of this. All right. So next thing we're gonna do is like a clean stall, right? Let's see here. Yeah, we're over a lot of houses. Nobody wants us to fall into them. So let's wait until we are a bit more out of this congested area. Yeah, we're not gonna be out of it flying this heading, so let me turn right a bit. We're gonna be over this kind of forest here, so just better. Alright, so now you're good. Let's do a power on stall. So I'm just gonna put the power back in. Then we're gonna pretend we're taking off up to the extent that we lose lift and we start falling. We're already 4,000 feet, so let's see how it goes. Try to keep it steady here. You see, I feel like the rudder is not doing its work properly, honestly. It's taking too long for the rudder to recover from the stall. I'm gonna do it again. See, I'm putting full right rudder and it's not recovering. It should easily recover. Yeah, I don't know why it's not recovering so well. So anyway, let's start going back to DeLand. We're gonna land there. So I told the DeLand traffic I was going to land there. I never got it there, right? So that's cool. And on my way, before we get to DeLand, I'm gonna do a steep turn for you to see how it is. I hope I can do it well. It's been a long time since I've done one, so forgive me, it's not as great. And these stalls, of course, they were not great too, but at least we didn't crash. It's a good start. So 3,000 heading to DeLand. The idea is to keep heading there on our steep turn. So first steep turn to the left. Let's go 20, 30, 45. Back to the land. So it was a nice steep turn to the left. Let's see if I can do the same to the right. This we maintain altitude nicely. 45, 50 degrees of bank. Let's see to the other side. 30, 45, 55. To DeLand we go. So it was decent. And now we covered like stalls, slow flight, steep turn. What else do you have to cover? I'm trying to remember the maneuvers that we used to do. Yeah, I don't remember the maneuvers we used to do. Whatever. So yeah, I think we're fine with these maneuvers we did. It's a pretty nice set of maneuvers. There are more things, of course, but now I just don't remember them. Then we can fly our beautiful Cessna 172S into DeLand Municipal Airport, where I learned why. That is the famous Lake Ashby. We are getting too close to Daytona Beach. Let's go to the left. Now how do you know where you are in the chart, right? So we're looking at these lakes here. You see there's see the road here also. See the road. So this is how you figure out where you are. So if you go to the chart, you can see the land is here and the road is here. So we are somewhere here. We have these lakes, Lake Helling, Lake Ashby, like I mentioned. So we are pretty much here, out of the Charlie airspace of Daytona. Okay. That runway that we have, this runway threshold lights, whatever. I don't remember the name of them. It's high intensity runway. I don't remember the name of it. Sorry. But is this white runway? Is this white lights that just blink? This is the main runway for in DeLand for big. I mean for jets, things like this, because they have some jet operation. but we're gonna be using runway 23 as we mentioned, right? So we're just gonna get the 80s, not the 80s, sorry, the Ables once more, and let's see what it says.
Kilo Delta Echo Delta automated weather observation 1200 Zulu. Wind 307 at 14. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 4C dew point 10 C altimeter 3012.
Pressure is going up, which is great. Let's go.
Kilo Delta Echo Delta on.
Good. So we got the traffic, sorry, the weather information for DeLand. Now we're descending toward 1,000 feet, which is the pattern altitude. And we're gonna join the left downwind, left midfield downwind for runway 23. Okay, this is our objective. Obviously, if you put the heading, you can use this as a reference for you. Where is the heading bug? Here. So yeah, runway 23 is gonna be this one. Therefore, we're pretty much going perpendicular to it. So I'm just gonna do a 45 entry to the downwind. Just gonna break a bit more to the west before we turn in to join the downwind. Runway 23 is here, we can see it, 23 and 05, okay? This is the runway we're gonna land at. So now I go. DeLand traffic, DeLand traffic. This is Skyhawk Golf Sierra Alpha. 1,500 feet, 3 miles south of the field, joining the 45 left downwind for runway 23 DeLand. So let's see the landing checklist. Mixture full rich. Engine strength check, carb heat, we don't have, flap set. Again, it's pretty much straightforward. The lights are already on, right? Yeah, the lights are already on. Good. So it's pretty much just configuring the aircraft. So remember, we have a nice abatement here in the land. So ideally, you're gonna overfly the International Speedway. Where can I find this information? Well, if you go to Google, or you'll call the FBO, or you go to the FBO website, whatever, you're gonna find information. Believe me, this is the kind of thing you have to look for. I don't know if the AFT has something about this noise abatement. It's more like a community stuff, but well, you better follow it, right? So okay, this is the road we have to overfly pretty much. So returning and joining the left downwind runway 23. So that's what I'm gonna tell the traffic advisory on the traffic frequency. DeLand traffic, Skyhawk Golf Sierra Alpha, joining left midfield downwind runway 23. DeLand. Yeah, you have to see DeLand in the end because Zephyr Hill's the same frequency. Alright, half strut, runway's there. We are in the correct distance. And now we keep 1,000 feet until we are AB numbers, which happened just now. And now I put my power back to 1,500. 1,500, not less than that. 1,500 RPM. And flaps 10, 80 knots, and pitch 480. Remember, the wind is pushing us out of the runway. Now we're gonna turn left to the base. Look at my speed, it's wrong. You should be in the Y arc. We don't have a flap relief here. Now 70 knots, flaps 20. Because of the wind, I'll keep flaps 20, okay? I'm not gonna land with full flaps. So because the wind is pushing us, this is gonna give us a very interesting approach profile. As you can see, we're not very high, but we are high enough. We have enough to spare here, which is great in case of an engine failure, for example. So yeah, the runway is to our left. DeLand traffic, Skyhawk Golf Sierra Alpha, left base runway 23, turning final.
500.
And the wind is gonna come from the right on final. Land traffic, Skyhawk Golf Sierra Alpha, final runway 23. Full stop. Landing checklist complete. Flaps in 20. Landing lights, everything set. And now the wind is coming from the right. We're gonna do a side step here. I'm putting a bit more speed so we can have more control over the aerodynamic surfaces, of course. So there we go, and we can get it out. Beautiful landing with 14 knots crosswind. That spread is not that great, still, it's enough. Now we get a vacate here. I think this is Charlie taxiway. I'm not sure. DeLand traffic, Skyhawk Golf Sierra Alpha, vacating runway 23. Alright, vacating, you passed the whole line, remember? And now we can stop here. Put the flaps full up, strobes out. This can go back to standby, and we can get out of the landing light, and now we go to park, whatever it is. The fuel is quite low, so we can even refuel here. I believe the fuel in DeLand is cheaper than in Daytona, right? Whatever. Let's go park, well, next to this Cessna 152 here. Now we have a TBM there. TBM, man, this is insane. This is a real nice aircraft, right? Okay, turning right here and looking for a spot. We have a spot just by the TBM, but I think it's too close. Let's stop on this this spot here on the right. So tax light's coming off. It's already off. Actually, you know, you stop coming from the other side because that's how you tie down the aircraft. I don't know how they did this weird stuff here, but anyway, we're gonna stop the right way, okay? So we're gonna stop on this one. And this is not easy to see from the aircraft, as you can imagine. There are some ropes there, so be aware of it. Okay, there we go. Oh, a bit more. Okay, let's get here. So parking brake is set. Cool. Flaps are up. We have the whole thing going. Everything's fine. So I'm gonna put my avionics off. And we can go there and shut out the engine. Okay, engine just stopped. Bringing this out. Ideally in the rear aircraft, you get this out, alright? Beacon off. You can put it off. Then I saw. Anyway, so battery off. And here we are in DeLand. Sound and safe. After this quick training flight, I hope you have enjoyed. And welcome to where I learned to fly. DeLand, Florida. Bye.